So, Bungie revealed Destiny 2's gameplay yesterday, and I know a lot of people have different opinions on it, but mine is pretty much that this just could have been a DLC or an expansion. This is Destiny 1.5. It's not a 2. And I know for some people that doesn't matter. I mean, for me, I put hundreds of hours into Destiny, and I wasn't even like a hardcore Destiny fan. It was just fun to play, you know, with my friends and to do like some strikes and stuff like that, maybe earn a little bit more light. But I'm also one of those people that they mentioned in that 50%. I never played a raid. I could never get 6 of my friends on at once to play, you know, so many hours for the raid. I didn't want to go running around the tower asking who was playing for a raid. I wasn't going to go on forums and do that. That's busy work. I don't play video games for busy work. This is Bungie. This is the people that had such a great matchmaking system for the first time, like on consoles, you know, back in the Halo days. But the problem is, all of the good, talented people that worked at Bungie during the Halo trilogy and ODST and Reach, Activision is like locked them in a closet somewhere. I don't know where they are anymore, but to actually go up on stage and say that you now have a proper matchmaking system for one of the biggest parts of your game is supposed to be a selling point. It's not. You're you're adding in what should have been added in the first place. And another comment that made me laugh, it was so funny. This has, like, you know, way more cutscenes than Destiny 1. And I'm like, okay, so they have like 4 now instead of like 3. I think there was like 3 in like base Destiny. There was like the intro, there was like maybe 1 after a certain mission, and then at the end with like that stranger character. And then the Taken King had a little bit more, so it was in the step in the right direction. But once again, this is those cards, those like whatever those cards were, I forgot what they were. I can't think of the name right now. But those cards, you basically, they told the story from, you have to go on the internet to like find out what those damn cards were. So I like that there actually is. This is kind of like a Titanfall 2 situation where Titanfall 1 didn't have a campaign or any like cutscenes or anything really big, and Titanfall 2 did, and people loved it. Like the campaign was great. It was like one of the biggest additions to Titanfall. It made it like a powerhouse franchise, and I really hope we get another one for that. But this just feels lazy. This feels like a skin. It's not even 60 frames per second either. And you would think that now that they're ditching the previous generation, they're ditching the 360 and the PS3, that they were gonna pump out like a little bit more power now. But no, this is probably the exact same engine because they're lazy. They didn't bother to upgrade it to 60 frames per second. I mean, it might go to 4K like on the PS4 Pro and stuff like that, but I'd prefer 60 frames per second for this. This is like high fluidity, like action I want to have with all these powers I'm throwing around. So it's hard to get excited for like a $60 DLC because it's what it is. There's no new classes or anything. There's like 3 new subclasses for your already the Titan, your Hunter, and your Warlock. So I mean, I know that's in lore that you have those 3, but you can have like a kind of a story reason to add like another like type version of that. But I don't know, it just feels like it's going through the motions, and I really hope people wait to pick this game up because it just doesn't look like that much of an improvement. And all the things that they talked about on stage during the reveal weren't like good things. They were things that they were fixing that should have been in Destiny 1. And that's a problem. That shouldn't be your selling point. It's like, oh, we're getting it right this time. That's not right. That's not good to your fans. I mean, I know Activision holds them by a leash now, but I think we deserve better with Destiny 2. And I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I just don't think we're going to be getting it this time.